This video is brought to you by Soccer.com, North America's largest online soccer retailer. Be sure to use coupon code 1SR4U at checkout for free shipping within the US on any order of $100 or more. Hey guys, Josh from SoccerReviewsForYou.com bringing you a video review for a product called Metasox. If you're not familiar with Metasox as a product, the idea behind it is to provide some extra protection to the metatarsal region on your foot. You might ask why you might want that. Soccer shoes are getting lighter and thinner and are achieving a feel that is very, very close to barefoot feel. And because of that, metatarsal injuries, or that hard bony part on the top of your foot, are becoming more and more common. I'm sure a lot of you guys have before already gotten stepped on and experienced some severe bruising, or may have even broken a metatarsal bone in your foot, which are both injuries that can put you out of the game for several months at a time. And Metasox is a product that kind of hopes to reduce the risk of these injuries, and I truly believe that it can really save your feet if you are experiencing some issues with getting stepped on too frequently and getting taken out of the game. As far as how they achieve this extra protection, you can see that there's these two wing-shaped silicone pads that both fit your feet really, really well. They're nice and flexible, but a very dense material. So should you take an impact or a blow to the top of your foot, they're dramatically going to reduce the amount of force that your foot's going to feel and hopefully allow you to walk away from that impact with no injuries whatsoever. It fits very, very close to your foot. They're anatomically formed, so it fits left and right. And like I said, for the amount of protection that they provide, there's a surprisingly small amount of extra bulk to the actual sock itself. After wearing Metasox, I have to say that I was pretty impressed by this product. Like I said before, I wasn't expecting to like it. It was a product that I thought was a good idea, but wasn't something that was personally for me. And after wearing them, like I said, I was surprised. The pads themselves, they're not overly bulky. There is definitely some thickness to them. It's hard to see here. I'll show you guys some video of them, of kind of a sample of when they are in a shoe, so you guys can see what that does look like. But this is a sock that you can wear either by itself, just with the Metasox open, or you could wear it as a double sock underneath your game socks or anything like that. But they are available in a couple of different colors and styles, which I'll show you again a little bit later. But as far as the pad itself, it fits really nicely to your foot. It's nice and flexible, so it doesn't add too much extra bulk and just fits really, really good. It doesn't feel like it's clunky or it's moving around while it's sitting on the top of your foot. As far as how it changes the feel on the ball, it definitely is a noticeable difference, but it doesn't actually make the shoe feel like crap like I was expecting it to. The silicone pad does a really good job of transferring energy and keeping the same amount of feel. Definitely changes the feel of the shoe a little bit in terms of having that little bit of extra padding to it, but it doesn't hinder your ability to feel the ball, which is really important here, and that's something that I was really worried about. Like I said, it adds that little bit of extra bulk to the top of your shoe, but if you can get by that and you don't really you don't really care for having that super close to the ball feel, like I personally don't, this is something that you can get away with. The only hindrance that I really found that Metasox to have was that you didn't feel like you could cradle the ball all that well when it was on the top of your foot, simply because this isn't really the natural shape of your foot. It kind of adds a little bit of a lump on top. As far as performance enhancements that they claim to have, the silicone is claimed to have better performance when striking the ball, simply because you're going to have a little bit of better energy return. And I can vouch for saying that it definitely adds a little bit of more of a striking element feel to a shoe that may not have a striking element, but by no means is it going to make your shot more powerful or anything like that. Like anything, it has pretty good rebound properties, so it kind of makes a shoe feel like it has somewhat of a striking element when it may very well not. Even trying these with shoes with a striking element, it does change the feel a little bit. Like I said, it adds that really nice solidness when striking the ball. So as far as shooting the ball, I really am a big fan of that. But as far as little touches and even juggling, it does feel a little bit awkward, I have to say, in comparison to wearing a sock that didn't have this Metasox pad on top of the metatarsal region of your foot. But with that all said, I really do like this product, and I think that it serves its purpose. And if you did want that extra protection and didn't really care for all of that little extra feel or that super close to the foot feel, Metasox is something that you should definitely give a try. Alright, as you guys can see, I have a Metasox on my right foot and a regular Nike sock on my left foot. And just looking at the Metasox, you can see that there is some bulk added through the silicone pad on there, but for the most part they fit pretty closely to my foot. It doesn't feel like it's hovering above your foot, it actually fits close to your foot, which is really, really important and is not going to move around. You can see from the side here, my foot looks pretty normal, and then it still looks pretty normal even in the Metasox, apart from the little bit of extra bulk that you get from that silicone pad. But for the most part, like I said, it fits pretty closely to your foot, so it's not going to feel like it's too much extra bulk. I'm going to show you guys really quick kind of a comparison between one shoe without a Metasox and one shoe with the Metasox, so you can see what it looks like, because the Metasox does add just a little bit of extra bulk on the inside of your shoe. Alright, as you guys can see, I have a pair of Nike Mercurial Vapor 8s on my feet, with the right foot being the Metasox foot and the left foot being the regular sock. You can definitely see that the Metasox do take up a little bit extra room in your shoe and add that little bit of extra bulk to your foot, making your foot basically a little bit wider. So if you have really wide feet and your shoes just fit you now, putting on a pair of Metasox is probably not going to make your shoes fit all that great. They might not be big enough, but if you have that little bit of extra room and can spare that extra width in your shoe, you're not going to have any issues whatsoever with fitting into a pair of shoes with Metasox on. The other thing I want to talk about here is that this is a lightweight barefoot feel shoe, and this is something that I would not personally wear Metasox with. When you buy a shoe of this type, you're buying into that barefoot feel, which you would want across the entire part of your foot. Not only the sides or the toe area, but of course the top of your foot as well, or the metatarsal region, if you will. So to put a pair of Metasox to add that extra protection to a shoe that's supposed to feel like bare feet doesn't really make sense to me. I'm not saying that you can't do it, it's just not something that I would advise doing. So if you're into the Vapors, you're into the Addy Zeros or the Evo Speeds, or anything that's of a really thin nature as far as the upper is concerned, Metasox is not something that I would personally go for. But if you're going for a shoe that has a little bit of extra bulk to it already, Metasox is something that is going to add that extra protection without hindering the actual feel of the shoe all that much, or altering the feel of the shoe all that much. Alright, as you guys can see, I have a pair of Nike Tiempo Legend 4s on my feet, with the Metasox foot on the right and the regular sock on the left. As you guys can see through the white section down the middle of the shoes, the Metasox definitely does take up a little bit more room in the shoe itself, but this is a type of shoe that I would advise wearing Metasox with, simply because the upper already has that little bit of extra padding to it. So adding even more padding with the Metasox is not going to alter the feel of the shoe all that much, or dramatically change the overall feel of it, is what I want to get at. So try and wear it with a shoe that already has some padding to it, and if, like I said, if you wanted that extra protection with a Metasox, you can get it in this type of shoe with this particular product. I'm going to run you through a couple more shoes really quickly just so you guys can get an idea of what it actually does look like, or kind of have that comparative view. Alright, now I have on a pair of Nike T90 Laser 4s. Again, Metasox on the right foot, regular sock on the left foot. You can see the difference there. Just show you guys from side to side. Every shoe fits the Metasox a little bit differently. Alright, here's a pair of Puma Evo Speed 1Ks. Again, Metasox on the right foot, regular sock on the left foot. Definitely does fill in the shoe a little bit more. Alright, here's a pair of Adidas F50 Addy Zero My Coach in leather. Again, Metasox on the right foot, regular sock on the left foot. Here are a pair of Predator LZs. Of course, Metasox on the right foot, regular sock on the left foot. Alright, well that's it guys for my Metasox review. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you guys could like the video, I really do appreciate it. If you are interested in more information on Metasox, there will be a link in the description to the review page on my website, where you'll be able to find some high quality pictures of these socks to give you guys a better kind of idea of the details and the actual quality of the sock in person. And you're also going to find some buy it now links, including some exclusive coupon codes for our SR4U fans to get you guys some additional discounts if you are interested in ordering a pair of these socks. Other than that guys, if you guys have any questions related to the video, go ahead and leave a comment down below. And if you have any questions not related to the video, go ahead and leave that on my Facebook page. There will be a link in the description to that as well. And as always guys, thanks for watching.